Alright guys, I'm back for another video. This one I'm going to be addressing the tag argument. I made a video about this earlier. Likely the title is going to be something to do with converting you into atheism. This is not the video that's designed to convert somebody into an atheist. The point is I'm trying to explain to you why tag means pretty much nothing by putting you in a situation where you're as close to atheist as possible. So, this is going to be part of a series of videos regarding tag, as it is a complicated argument. When I originally made this video, I thought it was the central theme was explaining the laws of logic, science, mathematics, and morality. The story within the original video was addressing this, but yet it still applies truth to our tag, which can't account for reason or even your own existence without believing in God. But I find this an incredulous argument, so I'll use another incredulous argument to show why it means nothing to an atheist. To do this, I'll have to turn you into an atheist, and no, I'm not referring to actually converting you. Rather, I will take you to a time and place where you would have no access to the scriptures you hold as true. It really comes down to the Al Gore, "I invented the internet" statement. I know, it's a misquote, but the point is, anyone can be claimed to be the source of knowledge. That doesn't make it true. When you say your God invented logic, reason, uniformity of nature, you're making claims that hold no resemblance to truth. I have plans to make more videos on absolute morality, accounting for reason. I have some interesting ideas for that. Let's get to it. Let the story go. Oh yeah, church is getting out. I wonder who this could be. Hi there. Oh, you tell me, "Hi there, brother, not attending church today?" To which I reply, "I'm an atheist." And you say to me, "But without God, you can't account for reason or the uniformity of nature." To which I reply, "Well, I find this a poor argument. But to help you understand, I'll have to turn you into an atheist." Of course, you reply, "Never." I say, "Well, not for real. Let me take you back to a time 2,500 years ago. I'm not hopping into a DeLorean or getting into a machine with a spinning disc behind it. No, we're going to be born 2,500 years ago. You do not have knowledge of today, just as someone 500 BC. The year is 500 BC, Greece, in a small town. Jesus has yet to be born, and the wisdom of the Bible has never made it to a small town. So of all the gods you've heard of, you do not believe in any of them." Alright, this here is the temple of Poseidon. Now, you and I don't believe in Poseidon. We think he's just a fiction made to comfort people. So we don't worship there. "Hey, a ship just arrived. How would you like to take a trip to Crete?" You say, "Alright, let's go." So let's go down to the ocean here. We got a couple goddess statues. We don't worship any of them because we're atheists with regard to any god we ever heard of. So a guy comes out of the boat, comes up to us and says, "Hi there, my name is Bill." Bill's not a Greek name. It's the name I wanted to use. It's actually German and probably didn't exist 2,500 years ago. He asked us, "Are you guys going for a ride on the boat today?" I said, "Yeah, we're going for a little cruise." Bill says, "Well, you better go and make a sacrifice at the Temple of Poseidon." We look at each other, we look back and we say, "Well, we don't believe in Poseidon." Bill replies, "Do you realize the risk you're taking by not believing in Poseidon and making your sacrifice to him?" Maybe you're right. Maybe Poseidon doesn't exist, but how would it harm you to go to the temple and make a sacrifice? If you're right, then you make a sacrifice and nothing happens. But if you're wrong, then you endanger the life of everyone on the boat. You tell them, we don't believe that God exists. Rather, we think accidents happen. If you happen to know someone who died after failing to make a sacrifice, it doesn't prove your God to be real. Bill looks out at the ocean and says, look at that tide. Tide goes in, tide goes out. Never a miscommunication. You cannot explain that. I don't want to run the risk. I will believe Poseidon exists unless you can explain to me how these things ever existed. Well, so what do we say? I mean, seriously. What do we say? We can't use our knowledge of the moon. After all, we have no knowledge of science, having been born 500 BC. You don't have your specific God to fall on. He is more specific as saying than saying some unknown God did it. Now, I know the argument you'd use in reply. Well, you can account for the uniformity of nature because you believe in a God that is unchanging. Heck, you could even suggest that... Let's ship off first. You could even suggest that without a name to the face, you'd believe in the concept. But you missed my point by saying that. It's collision detection. So let's go back to Experiment Island in the present. I'd give you credit for asking the tough questions, except you're not brave enough to find the real answers. You find the most convenient answer, your God, and you stick with it. Rather than really trying to find out why we can know these things. Until you find the real answer, I have to assume that you're pulling an Al Gore claim that the answers to your tag questions are found in your holy text, using that to justify ignoring the holes in your text. The point is, Bill back there was making up an answer that appeared to answer the question, but it was still a made-up answer, and minus an answer as an atheist, I'd settle for I don't know. You'll ask questions, but you are not brave enough to get the answers. I'm not going to accept just making up the answers like the Bill back there at the dock. It's a waste of my time. I'd rather know why the tide's actually going in and out than invent a God who says why the tide's going out. I'd rather know how to account for reason than make up a God that accounts for reason. The uniformity of nature, knowledge. These are questions that are best answered by actually exploring the question. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you have a great day. Thank you very much.